even though no muscle group works in isolation, hamstrings are a really important thing to look at because they are kind of the guardians of how our hips, pelvis, and our lower back move. We've got these three really long, strong, powerful hamstring muscles that attach to this bottom sits bone. It's called the ischial tuberosity. We're all sitting on it right now if you're sitting down. If these three muscle groups do not have the capacity to lengthen or shorten, then what you can basically think of these muscle groups as doing is being the anchors. They are anchoring your pelvis down to your thigh. And when the hamstring muscle group loses its ability to function, we start moving more like this skeleton on the left. So notice as we bend forward, notice the difference between these two pelvic bones. This pelvic bone on the right has a very functional hamstring group to the point where when it moves forward, notice how that pelvis really moves with it. It's like the pelvis and the thigh are separate because the hamstring muscle groups can lengthen. This skeleton over here on the left, it has that anchorage. The hamstring does not really have the ability to move. And so two things happen when the skeleton bends forward. Over here on the left, when that hamstring muscle group can't lengthen, the pelvis almost stays in a fixed orientation. And because the pelvis can't move, we then have to bend more through the knee. But that's not all. It doesn't just stop there. We bend through the knee and also basically excessively through the lumbar spine. So ultimately, these hamstrings are essentially setting up, can our pelvis move? And if our pelvis cannot move, we will find that movement through the two next available joints, the joint above it, which is the lumbar spine, and the joint below it, which is the knee. So if any of you have discomfort in the knees, lower back, or the hips, this is a pivotal muscle group that we need to understand and learn from.